recording has started, so you are on the air on Catterley's In-Flight Sky-Fi channel. We're in Cork. We're not flying multiplayer because normally if we flew multiplayer I would see you right next to me. However, I don't know that Join FS, I can look. I don't know if Join FS has a Mac version. Let's see. Yeah, it's only Microsoft. So there's a lot of things that playing from a Mac that you won't have access to, but you will on a PC. But so first things first. First thing you do is when the plane's running, you're at the gate. You need to set up the FMC. So you kind of went through that. Do you know how to do that, or? So.
Yeah, I mean, I went through it one time.
Okay, so let's click on FMC on the FMC.
Yep.
And
okay, I'm on FMC.
And we are going to go by on that Discord channel the screenshots that I had. So let's we're on the ident page right now, right? So if you click POSIN init, click the POSIN init button on the ident page.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, it says reference airport.
Yeah.
Okay, so our reference airport is, I'm just going off of my screenshots, it's this airport. It's the EICK. You know what EICK means, right? The international, it's the international airport code, basically. Let's see if I put that in here. It's EICK is the EICK. So type in EICK.
All right.
Or you may have to clear.
Yeah.
The error message. I did. EICK.
Okay, I've got that.
Click the button that points to reference airport, and it'll stick it in there.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about gate.
Yeah.
Because it may not work. Then click on route. Click the route button.
Okay.
Now, type EICK still on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Now just click on origin up at the top left.
Okay.
Gonna put that in. Destination is going to be EGLL. That's for the UK. EGLL.
Yeah, okay, I got that.
Destination, and put that in.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the next thing we want to do is, we don't have to really do anything. Well, we can put in a flight number. Just put in like 5436 or something under flight number. You can put that in.
Okay, I've got the flight number in.
Alright, so next thing we want to do is we want to do our depart arrivals. So if you click the DEPARR,
yeah,
click on that. Now click on depart EICK on the top left button.
Yep.
Okay, so now let me go back to my screenshot, and I'm gonna see what to save time, I'm just going by what I had already done. So we're doing LT, ELTI 1Q on runway 17. So what first thing you do is you look for runway 17. If you look, it says EICK departures 1 of 12. So you need to click next page till you get to 17. Whoa. Okay, that's weird.
Okay, I clicked on ELTI1Q, and it selected runway 17 for me already.
Yeah, mine says runway 16. That's odd.
Oh yeah, that's runway 16 is the actual runway number,
Alright.
but I guess they got that mixed up.
Yep. Mine's 16. I may have different scenery than you. That could be it. Okay. So now that that's selected, click on route. So we'll get out of that.
Okay.
Notice 16 or 17 in your case is filled in on the runway. Now click depart arrive. Now we want to arrive at EGLL. So you want to click the second button down on the right side for arrive.
Yep.
And then now let me go look at my screenshot again. And EGLL, we're going to be coming in. This is very important. You want ILS 27R, and it's big 1E. But don't click big 1E first. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go do ILS 27R. That's the most important thing. So ILS, I don't see it on the first page, so I click next page. And I see it on the second page, so I'm going to hit ILS 27R.
Okay.
And I said big 1E, right?
Huh?
It's
Yeah.
on the left. You'll see stars. That's standard terminal arrivals. So that's when there's SIDS, which are standard departures, standard blah blah blah. I forget now. SIDS are for taking off, stars are for landing. So we want to do the big 1E star.
Okay.
Okay, transition, we're going to leave that as none. Okay, so now let's click on the button that says legs.
Okay, I'm on legs.
Alright. Now this is where it's going to get a little tricky. You should see, what do you see on legs?
On the top left, there are purple squares under then.
Well, you should see route legs, right? At the very top. And then you should see something like ELTIG, and then some squares. You may see some squares. Those are disconnects. And you see like Logan, Copal. Do you see that stuff?
Yeah, the ELT is not there.
You don't see ELTIG?
No, I see Logan, Copal, and all that, but I don't see ELTIG.
Did you select the ELTI1Q SID? Go back to your depart arrival page.
Yeah.
Click on depart again for EICK.
Yeah, it's there.
It is? ELTI1Q? Okay, let's go back to the legs page then.
Okay, I'm back on the legs.
And you see some squares, and then you see Logan?
Yeah.
Alright, type in ELTIG, and then click on the squares. Did it take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go back to my flight plan that I have in here. Oh, okay. That's weird. Because I updated mine.
Yeah.
Since I did this flight, it's different. So we actually don't want... We're going to do what I did before, which is Norla. Do you see some squares still?
Let me see. No, everything's already filled in.
Okay, let me see if I can NORLA. And I'm going to click on ELT. Yeah. So type in NORLA.
NORLA.
And click on where you put ELTIG.
Yeah. I see some squares underneath NORLA.
Okay. And then click on NORLA and click on the squares. And it'll remove them.
Okay.
Now hold on. We want our next, so what we want is we want NORLA all the way down. It should just be NORLA, then Logan. If it's not, keep clicking on NORLA and clear out anything between it.
Okay.
So mine now says Norla, Logan, Copal, Tanit. Do you have Tanit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then hold on, now you need to click, there's 3 pages, so now you need to click next page.
Yep.
Do you see DET?
I see D095L.
Okay. Do you see big?
Yeah.
Alright, C127R, F127R.
Yep.
Next page. Runway 27R.
Yep.
Alright, let me just go verify that that looks right from the flight plan I did. It looks right. Runway, yep. So we're good. So our flight plan's good. Now click and there's no disconnects, right? So there's no more squares.
No.
All right.
There aren't any more squares. Okay.
So now click activate. See the activate button? It's on the
execute?
legs.
Yeah.
No. Activate.
Or...
It's activate on the very bottom of the legs page. There should see a thing that says activate. It's the bottom right button on the right side.
It's not in legs. I found it in root. Okay, pushed activate.
Alright. So now you can hit execute. EXEC.
Yep.
So now it's in the system, but we still have more to do.
Okay.
Alright, so first thing I want to do before we do anything else is I want to teach you how to make sure that your flight plan looks flyable. Sometimes you'll have some weird flight plan and your plane's not going to be able to turn 180 degrees to come in on final. Like it'll have your plane do all of a sudden like fly over the airport and do a 180 to come back in on a short final. The plane's not going to be able to do that. So you need to check that, and the way you check that is if you go up from the FMC and you go up to your flight director panel, do you see the button that has CTR in the middle of it?
Let me see.
It's now selected on map. It's on the flight director at the very top. Yep. You know the flight director, and it says CTR in the middle, and it's pointing to map.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That changes your display down here, so we're going to move that to plan. So
okay, it's on plan.
So if you go to plan now,
yep,
and then you go back to the FMC, you'll see the bottom right button is now step, and something should be highlighted. Mine has 1000 highlighted. I'm not sure what yours says.
Okay, mine says NORLA.
Alright, so that's odd.
And I see step.
Okay, well, hold on. Does it go? Do you have a magenta line all the way to the runway? Do you see the runway? Do you see runway 16?
It doesn't say.
Yeah, well, if you don't see runway 16.
Outside the plane or outside the plane?
On the screen. It should look like this. Hold on. I'm gonna put this on Discord. putting it on the X-Plane 11 channel.
All right.
Here, look at that screenshot. Do you see that or no?
Yeah. Okay.
See
Yeah.
how it says runway 16?
It looks different on mine.
It does?
Yeah.
Like how different?
Like I don't see the airplane, and it doesn't say.
Okay, you're right on Norla then, because if I step to Norla,
Yeah.
you see a little star in Norla, right?
Yeah.
So you're not even
Yeah.
seeing the airport. So something's wrong with your SID. So we need to go back up, change it back to map. Because this is going to be key. I mean, you could fly vector to Norla,
Yeah.
but I want to make sure you get there. So I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. So if you switch it back to map,
Yep. I'm a map.
go back to depart arrive, click on depart EICK. What does it say?
It says ELT I1Q, and under runways is 17.
So it looks like this. Hold on. Except yours says 17, right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it looks like that.
Alright, well, we'll just have to make sure you get to Norla by hand flying it. I mean, you could vector as well, but let's go back to plan. So if you click on plan, normally you want to see what I had. So click on
So
legs, click on
Yep.
legs, click
Yeah,
on
I'm on
port.
legs.
Let's see something. Alright, so you're on Norla right now.
Yeah.
So if you step, you should go to Logan.
Yep.
You step again, you should go to Kapul.
Yeah.
And it should be a magenta line all the way to each one. Then tan it, step again.
Yep.
Step again. You're at DET. And DET 095. Then big. C127R. So this is where they're turning you on to final. And then
Yeah.
final F127R. And then runway 27R. So that's good. So you've got your FMC program. So let's switch that back to map. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to go into the init ref page. Wait. No, hold on. Yeah, click init ref.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of stuff in here. What I want you to do is click on the GW line, the top left one. Click once.
Yep.
Okay, and it filled in a couple things for you.
Yeah.
On the top right, it says flight level 387, cruise altitude. We'll do, say 320. We'll do flight level 320. So type in 320, and then click on that line.
Okay. I did that.
Okay. reserves, that's like your reserve fuel. I didn't set up the fuel. The fuel's already full in this. If we wanted to be more realistic, we could actually find out exactly how much fuel it's going to need to get us there and put in a little bit of reserves. Usually reserves are like half an hour or 45 minutes of flying. But we're just going to end up putting in like say 10 under reserves. Cost index is how efficient you want the plane to fly. Do you want it more energy efficient, or do you want to get there faster? The numbers range. I mean, it's a huge range, but we'll just do 30 and click in, put that in cost index.
Okay, I've got that in cost index.
And hit execute.
All right.
Now, let's see what else we have here. I'm not going to fill out this whole thing because I mean, we can. Let's see what I put in for some of these settings before. Click the N1 limits, or wait, no, sorry, don't click that. Click next page.
Okay, I'm on the next page.
All right. Click previous page. Click N1 limits.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the one that I set up. You want to and I didn't capture all the screens, I don't think, of what I did. Oh well. What's the temperature there right now?
How do you check?
No, outside. Like, do you know what temperature it is in Cork?
No, I don't.
Roughly, what's it been? What's the weather been? What's the temperature?
I really don't know. I mean,
Like 10 C, 10 degrees C?
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Alright, type in 10 and click. Oh, that's plus 10. Let's see here. Oh, that's not taking that. Hold on. I'm surprised I didn't take a screenshot of this because I forget what this.
I don't have the weather on here set for track real weather. Is that okay, or?
What do you mean? Oh no, it's alright. That's fine.
Alright.
We're just. If you want to be like really specific, yeah, you need the real weather, you need everything, right?
I just did it to where it was not. I don't really have any wind, so it's easier to fly. And
oh, okay. Yeah, eventually you're gonna want like real replicated weather in there because you want the plane to feel real. Let's see, 170, 80. So just click on the takeoff page real quick. Do you see the takeoff thing?
Yeah, I'm in the takeoff page.
All right, let's set our flaps to 15.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do 97. So type in 97.9/97.9, And we're going to click the red 26 N1 line.
Okay.
Oh wait, didn't take that. I think you only have to type it in 97.9 and then click the line. Well, that didn't work either. How did I get that in there? I think we're missing a few steps first. Alright, click the next page. You see runway wind?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's what we need to do. I'm going to put in what I flew with last time. I don't really care if it's accurate for this time. But I'm going to do 170/180. So runways, you're on 170. Actually, I'm on 160, so I'll do 160. You're on 170, so do 170. And then
170.
Slash, and the winds were about 180. If you click that line, it should fill that in.
Yeah, it filled it in.
Alright. And we are dry. Oh, here, maybe here's where we do the 97.9. So click 97.9 and click on the right 3 from the bottom up. Slash, whoops. Slash 97.9. No, that's not working. What am I doing wrong? I think it has something to do with this sell out line. And I don't know what that is, to be honest. I'm not that, you know, I know enough to fly these things, but I don't know like everything on the FMC.
Yeah.
And this one's a little bit different than the PMDG as well. On my sell out, I did plus 30/14. So let's just go with what I did. So on that sell out line, hit 14/30. It says invalid entry. Why is that? Let's just do 30.
It says invalid entry.
Yeah, I know. Mine does too. That's what I have. It's 14.
I got plus 14 in.
Yeah, me too. 14 slash.
Oh, after you do plus 14,
Yeah.
type in /30 and just click on the same line and it'll put it in there.
Yeah, it didn't work for me.
Oh.
But it worked for you?
Yeah.
Alright, let me just stay on that page.
Okay.
That is so weird. I know I'm missing something, but yours took. Yeah, I haven't flown this since I flew it that one day for you. Um, I'm gonna try just /30, see if that works. Oh, I had to do it individually. I had to do 14, then I had to do /30. So,
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah.
so if you go to the, what page are you on? What does it say at the top?
I'm on page 2 of 2 in takeoff reference.
Okay, take off. All right. So now, let's go back to, so click on the index. Oh, click ident, sorry. No, sorry. Click init ref, the init ref
Yep.
button. Okay. So now let's try, oh, click CG. I forgot to do that. Click the button, see next to CG and takeoff reference. It'll fill that in for you. Did it? It set you,
Okay. Yeah.
gave you your
Yeah.
CG and your trim. Okay.
CG 22.3%. Trim 4.22.
Okay. That's cool. It's gonna be a little different than mine. Um, let's see what else we're missing. We're missing that 97.9. So weird. What else am I forgetting now? Go back to my screenshots. I remember getting this keyed in. I should have made a note of how I got it in. This was the last piece that was a little difficult. Let's go back to see, the problem is we need to figure out our V speeds, and it won't do that without this line filled out. And I think this is I think it has to do with your engine performance and you know the red 26K N1 line.
Yeah.
Runway slope. I don't think I have that filled out before. I have this heading. Oh, maybe that's it. So runway slope heading on the takeoff reference page. Do
Yeah.
do /170.
Page 2.
Yeah,
Takeoff reference. Okay.
I did 160
Okay.
since I'm on 16. So that's filled out now. have left are the V speeds on that N1 line.
On the runway slope heading, I have 0% and then /170. Is it supposed to say 0%?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
It just means it's flat, but I'm just trying to get this N1 line entered. Why it won't take.
There's a separate page called N1 limit. It's right underneath menu.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That may be where we do it. 97.9 /97.9. It didn't work. Okay. It may have to do with the wind. I'm gonna do 320. Wait, cruise. Yeah, 320. Wait, we are going 90 actually. Cruise degrees. Let's see if I have that page. And I did not capture enough pages. Let's say the wind was at 180, so I'm going to do /180. That didn't work. That didn't work. I know it's one of these. Sorry about this. We have to get this to give us our V speeds before we're ready. Because notice on the next to your flight plan up above, you see your artificial horizon, your tapes like your speed tape, your altitude tape. Next to your speed tape, it says no V speed. It says no V speed, right? Well, that has to fill out with our V speeds. So I've got to figure out what I did before in this plane to get that. just going to be easier for me to pull up the flight plan. May have to just go to sim brief. Account did I use? It wasn't mine. I created a different one. Why don't I remember? Oh, what the heck? We should have been in the air already. Sorry about that. This is close. I mean, this isn't the same flight plan. Definitely different from what we're doing, but I don't care. I thought I saved this. Let me just generate.
Well, we have to redo the plan.
No, I'm just trying to figure out a couple numbers that I need.
Okay.
Let's try that. Okay. On the perf init page, where it says cruise wind,
it's not giving me an option to go to that page.
Okay, go back to index, click on the perf. You see cruise wind? On the right.
What's the index page?
All right. See the bottom? At the bottom it says index. What page are you on, first off?
I'm on initial reference.
Okay, takeoff ref.
Yep.
You see index at the very bottom?
Oh yeah, index. Okay.
Click that, then click perf.
Okay.
Now you see cruise wind on the right?
Yeah.
Type 278/9 and put it in there.
Okay, I've got that in there.
Alright. Now let's see if it gives us else am I missing? It must have given me that number, I'm thinking. So perf. Okay, type in, I know this is completely wrong, but I don't even care. Type in 4 and then click the ISA dev line.
Okay.
And it filled in a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't even care at this point. I just want to get us in the air. We'll figure this out later, why this is being so complicated and the things we're missing. Let's see now if we go to N1 limits.
Okay.
Still not filling them in. This is a pain, sorry. Should have practiced this for today again.
You think, go back to the perf initial. You think it would make a difference if we entered the C-plan fuel?
Yeah, I think we need to. I think that's definitely what the problem is, but I'm not sure what that number is. I see that we need a block fuel of 6370. I mean, let's try that. Let's try 6370. That didn't work. Plan fuel. Oops. It's been a long time since I've flown one of these accurately. I don't remember how to fill some of this stuff out. When in doubt, plan / fuel 737 FNC. Alright, let me go back to index, menu. Go to the electronic flight bag. Do you know where that is?
No.
It's the screen on the left of your yoke. If you go turn to the left, out your left window.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, that's called an EFB.
Okay.
Click on fuel, weight, and balance.
Okay.
It says we have 10 kilograms, KGS. It's not sure what that is exactly, but it says we have 10. It looks like the wings are completely full, and there's a little bit in. So let's type in 20 maybe. Let's see if it takes that. 20 fully loads this plane down. We don't need 20. So it is 10. So I'm going to leave it at 10. So just to be on the safe side, let's put in 12. So type in 12 under fuel.
Yep.
Now let's go back. It says fuel's 12. Oh, the plan, how much fuel it's going to take. I think it's going to take 6. So let's see, 6. This is about 6.5 actually, so 6.5. Yeah, I took that. So type in 6.5 under plan. That's how much fuel.
Wait, so 12 under fuel.
Yeah, put 12 over there, then go back to your FMC. And then under where it says plan/fuel, type in 6.5. Because if I look at SimBrief, I think this is what it's saying. I've got 6370 block fuel, so I'm thinking that's about 6.37.
And you said, what did you say for plan?
Yeah, under plan on the FMC.
What number was that?
6.5.
Okay.
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, now red 26K N1. Let's go see what that is.
Mine's showing up as 0.
I'm gonna change, let's see. See what I used before. What did I use? Can't believe I didn't capture all of my FMC pages to make this quicker. I'm missing some pages, but I think it has to do with, based on what I'm reading, our temperatures. Select index. Take off. Index. Oh, let's do 70. Whoa. We're gonna die. I did that way too high. Let's do 30. So click, go back to the ACT perf init page. Can you find that?
Yep, I'm still on that page.
Okay, type 30 and put that under ISA dev.
Okay.
Alright. So it filled out some stuff. Now let's go see if we can... No, it's not letting us. Oh boy. It's not filling that out for us. It's a learning experience, huh?
Yeah.
I should have already had this figured out for you, but it didn't take me that long to get it set up the first time, but I don't have everything set the same way.
Numbers for this one part. Maybe come in a bit later and we'll be... Found anything out yet?
Not yet, sorry. I just had these set as standard. missing?
Should we set the flaps and speed for on the approach reference page?
Yeah, actually we should. Let me go. We can go do that now. I don't think that'll affect this though. So, actually mine are already filled out. Oh, I see flap speed. So flaps, hold on. We're gonna do flaps 30 slash speed 145.
I got invalid entry.
You did 30 slash 145?
Yeah.
Huh. I must have a different version of the Zibo then. What is your, does it say flaps and speed? Here, just click, just click the line. 30, the one that's next to 30. Did it fill it out for you? Where it says approach reference, don't you have some numbers already filled out? It says 15 something, 148.
Yeah, it says 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 153 KT.
Right. Click the 30 one.
Yep.
And it should fill it out for you.
Oh yeah, it filled it out. Okay.
Alright. So that's fine. We're gonna do 30-degree flaps. So let's go back to takeoff though. We gotta get the takeoff. We gotta figure out why this isn't taking. Let's go back to the N1 page.
Okay.
Let's see if we can clear this. Cell outline. We need to clear that somehow. Delete. There we go. I clicked delete, and then I clicked on that line.
Okay.
Oh, and now just click the cell outline.
Yeah.
And now notice it filled in the 26K N1 line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I did wrong. All right.
Okay.
So now go to. Hopefully, no one's gonna watch this video but you. I'm gonna look like an idiot. Okay, go to the takeoff page and notice your V speeds are there now.
Yeah, they're there.
So you need to click on them to add them to the tape. So click V1, VR, and V2, and it'll add those.
Okay, yeah.
And now the no V speed does not show up over on the tape side. Do you see that? It's gone now, right?
Yeah.
Up by your attitude indicator.
Oh
okay.
Yeah, it's gone. Okay.
Right. So now we're ready to take off. So we've got pull up the legs page, click legs. Oh,
okay, just a minute. Okay, I'm on legs.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Click on. Let's see.
What are you looking for? Cause
Go back to approach.
okay, I'm in approach.
Do you see where it says ILS? And it
Yeah,
gives a number 110.30.
yeah.
We're going to go ahead and just set up down in the center console next to your seat. You'll see these
Yes.
navs. Actually, mine are already set up. Do yours say 110.3?
Uh,
Do you know what I'm talking about? You want me to take a
oh
picture of
yeah,
it?
I found enough. Mine, the active says 109.15.
Okay, so you're going to change the standby. That's what the knob does.
Yeah,
The bottom one is the big number, the top one is
yeah.
the little number. Change that to 110.3, and then you click the
One.
transfer button, and it'll move it to active. So do you see?
My battery on the phone is running low. I'm gonna go get a charger.
All right.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. So were you able to set up those navs?
110.
0.3.
I can't get it to point 0.3. I got. Oh wait, point 0.3, not 0.03. Okay.
Yeah, 0.3. And you click the TFR transfer button, and it'll move it to the active.
Yep.
All right, do that on both the left one and the right one.
Same number.
Same number.
Okay.
That's just setting these up ahead of time, which you probably wouldn't do normally. Well, you wouldn't do normally. You'd set these up as you get closer to the airport. I just want them set up. So your navs are both set to 110.3, right?
Yep.
On the active. All right. So that is your ILS. That's going to do your auto land, okay?
Okay.
So now let's go back to the legs page and let's call for a pushback. So I forget what it is on here for pushback. So I am going to search for the key pushback. Come on, I must have something set, right?
Do we need to file our plan into ATC or?
No, we're not going to fly with ATC.
Okay.
All right. I've got a button set, so if you go under your keyboard settings,
Yeah.
I've got a key that says pushback for airliner straight back. I set mine to Alt P. I need to go answer the door. Can you hang on? But you need to set that.
Yeah. Okay.
trip to A&M. All right, you there?
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. Were you able to do that, set that?
I can't find... I can do a pushback.
Okay, as long as you can do a pushback, that's fine.
But I couldn't figure out how to assign a key to it, so...
Sending push cart now.
I'm doing a pushback right now, so...
Okay, it gives me an option left, straight, or right.
I just do straight.
Okay.
Of course, there's a fuel truck right behind me. And I already went straight back, so... My plane's gonna explode. Why would that fuel truck stop behind my airplane? If they hurry up and connect me, these cars are going so slow.
Alright, they're pushing me back right now.
Alright, I'm still waiting to be hooked up. He's trying. He just ran over another vehicle.
Oh.
You'll see it in the video. He ran over another vehicle, and now he's connecting to my front gear.
Nope, a fuel truck is almost... I think I'm gonna crash into the fuel... Alright, the fuel truck stopped.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
Oh, it would help if I put my brakes off.
Hey, I need your brakes off.
I heard you. There, brakes are off. You happy? Now he's pushing me back.
He stopped me right in the middle of the road, and a fuel truck's trying to go right through me.
It's alright. It's just a bug in the software. I'm gonna have to run over a bunch of vehicles anyway to get to my runway. So go ahead and taxi to your runway.
Okay.
I'm going to taxi to runway 16. You taxi to runway 17. And I love that FedEx plane. You'll see it in my video. It is a beautiful plane. I fly for a virtual airline, which you could sign up for and do as well, called FedEx Virtual. It's actually really cool. But I would love to fly this plane here. And I forget which one that is. Maybe the DC-12. It's a beautiful airplane, though. It's got 3 engines, one in the empennage. Alright, so I am taxiing onto the runway.
I'm not moving and my brakes are off.
You're not?
Alright, I'm starting to move. I just needed to add a bit more power.
I turned a little late. I'm not going to be lined up like I would like.
Should I hold short or just go ahead and line up?
Go ahead and line up.
Okay.
If there's traffic coming, they'll do a go around. All right. Once you're on the runway, let me know.
Okay. I just started moving, so. I think I have the same FedEx plane parked right next to me right here.
Oh, nice. It's a beautiful plane.
I just drove through a tug.
Okay, once you get on the runway, there's some things we could have done ahead of time, but we'll go ahead and we'll do them on the runway and just make everyone wait patiently while we set up the aircraft. Because this is stuff we should have already done, but I was so flustered with the FMC problems that I didn't get us all set up properly.
Yeah. I'm almost there.
All right.
Alright, I'm lined up.
Okay, hang on a second. One thing you may want to do,
Yeah.
is set your altimeter. I'm not sure what your weather is like. Mine says it's 30.27 inches. So mine's wrong.
Okay, mine is 30.4.
But mine's showing up 299 or 2. Two 3027. So I need to set this to 3027. Tell me if this sounds right. Cork Airport at 400 feet roughly above sea level. Is that right?
Yeah.
It is? Okay. So I've got it set on this one. Let me see if I can set it in this other one now. 3027. Alright. Somewhere above. It says altitude disagree. That's weird.
Oh yeah, mine says that too.
What is the altitude at Cork?
I don't know.
There's this cool website called Sky Vector. and you can find out all kinds of information from it. Elevation is 502 feet, is what it says. That's weird, but it didn't like that. I'm just putting what... I'm going to set it to 500 feet. No. 3027. It's about 480. That's right. I don't know. I don't know why it's saying that, but I set mine so that the altitude's at 480. That'll work. Plus or minus 75 is what I was told.
Okay.
Alright. So... Alright, so we set that. Next thing we need to set is projected takeoff. Under your flight director, you'll see a thing called auto brake.
Yep.
Like directly under it. Set that to RTO.
Okay.
Turn on your flight director. You know how to do that by turning on the 2 flight director switches.
Yep, those are on.
Okay. Now, you're taking off at 17, but your first waypoint is you're gonna have to vector yourself to your first waypoint. Do you have a line that's going from your runway to where your first waypoint is? Do you see it?
I've got a magenta colored line.
Okay. You need to follow that magenta line. I'm not sure what heading that is. Mine, it's about 1-1. So if you set your course, go ahead and set the course, or actually set the heading to 1. Well, mine's at about 100. So just get your heading to line up with the magenta line, basically.
Yeah, mine's at 106.
You're gonna fly that heading.
Okay.
Altitude, set that to... Let's set that to 5,000 to start.
Okay.
Click on LNAV. See if it turns green. Did it turn green?
Yeah, it turns green.
Click on VNAV. Did it turn green?
Just a minute here. Okay. VNAV.
Yep.
Okay, it turned green.
Okay. That's gonna do your lateral and your vertical navigation once we turn on the autopilot. And you know, to hit the autopilot, we're just going to hit the command A up above AP engage, right?
Yep.
Turn on your ATR ARM. That's your auto thrust. Your
oh yeah, okay.
Turn that on.
Wait, is that auto throttle?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Alright, I've got that on.
Alright, so now your flight director's set up for takeoff. So now, set your flaps. Those should have already been set. So, set those to 15. If that's what you set your thing to.
Yeah.
Normally, I do a flaps 5, but I told the computer I was going to do
okay, my flaps are at 15.
Yep, mine are too. And check out your trim. Do you see your trim? Is it at about?
Yeah.
Is it where you said where it said it should be? Mine's at right around 5. If you go back to your takeoff page, it should tell you.
Okay.
Mine's actually a little wrong. Mine should be 3.62. So I set mine to 3.62.
Should I do the same?
Well, set yours to whatever's on your page, your takeoff ref page.
Alright.
Do you see CG trim?
Yeah.
On the page?
My trim, it said my trim is 4.34.
Okay, so set it somewhere between the 4 and the 5.
My numbers on the trim wheel, I can't really see them. I'm guessing I'm kind of in between the 4 and the 5, but...
Okay. Yeah, it only goes 0, 5, 10, 15. And you use the little divots. So the little divots are 1, right? So like 0,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5. Alright, so... I mean, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be close.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're ready to take off. And I'm going to turn my emergency brake off. And I am going to power up my engines with the brakes on. Okay. I'm not going to full throttle. I'm going to do about 70, 80%. I get about to 85. I'm going to release the brakes and I'm going to full thrust. And it's going to tell me when I hit V1.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it. And then it's gonna give you your V1 speed. You'll watch the tape.
80 knots.
We're gonna rotate once we hit VR.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. I'm rotating. I'm in the air.
Positive rate.
Positive rate. Gear up. So I'm gonna turn my gear. I'm gonna get my gear up. I'm gonna slowly take some flaps away because you'll overspeed on those flaps. So take your flaps away.
Okay, I'm really far behind you.
Alright. And then I'm gonna hit autopilot. So I'm already on autopilot. So where are you right now?
I'm not even in the air yet.
Okay.
Don't think. Don't think.
Okay, I just got off the ground. Positive rate. Gear up.
Here, I'll pause my sim.
When should I,
Once your gear's up, start reducing your flaps because you're gonna need to, and you need to fly towards the magenta. Follow the magenta, and then you can click on autopilot at some point.
Okay.
Once autopilot turns green, and your flaps are all out, tell me.
Should I wait till I'm at the magenta line to turn on autopilot?
Yeah, get to the magenta
Okay.
line. You want to be near the magenta line before you hit autopilot.
Alright, I'm getting close.
1,000 to go.
And then I'm going to go ahead and clear my altitude. I'm going to change my altitude all the way up to 32,000.
Okay.
You'll need to do the same. Because if you get close to 5,000, it's gonna stop at 5,000.
Alright.
Oh, one of the other things we forgot to do. We don't want to run into that problem.
Waterford Information Lima. 1200 Zulu weather. Wind 240 at 10, variable 220 to 260, visibility more than 10, rain. Sky conditions 2600 broken, temperature 12, dew point 7. Altimeter
My cabin
3027.
pressure isn't set.
Arriving runway
set
21.
that to 34,000.
Departing runway 21.
I was just taking a picture of that
Advise
to show
on
you.
initial contact.
You know how to
have
set
Lima.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Set that to 34,000.
And then
And the
set
auto.
altitude. And set altitude on the flight
I'd say
directive
200.
Waterford Information Uniform.
I'd say that's
1100 Zulu weather. Wind 240 at 10, variable 220 to 260, visibility more than 10, rain. Sky conditions 2600
my
broken,
altitude
temperature
on the
12.
flight director panel. Did you say 30,000 feet?
32,000.
Okay. And then cabin pressure for
34,000.
okay.
You always go a couple thousand above.
And should I do the land altitude or should I just leave it at zero?
I put 200. I think it's somewhere around there.
Okay. Alright, that's set.
We forgot to set our landing lights when we took off and all that crap too. I'm just trying to rush us through because I know you're on a time constraint so we can land.
Yeah.
But when we get in close, we'll put on our landing lights. So I'm already up about 12,000 feet.
I'm at 3,400.
Okay. Yeah, I just broke through all the clouds. In fact, I'm gonna pull up. A map here. To show you. This is a cool add-on. I use a couple different mapping softwares, different pieces of software. One of them's integrated really well into the simulator, called FS-Tramp, but it costs. The other one, Little Nav Map, is free. I posted on the Discord some stuff about navigation.
Yeah, I saw that.
if you download that, you'll have a nice mapping program that you can look at while you fly.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. Okay, so I am well above the threshold to set my standard pressure. So you probably are as well. So if you go over to your baro up by your flight director, hit STD.
Okay.
And do the same on the, click the button on the one in the middle as well. If you click the button. On your artificial horizon.
Yeah.
So that switches to STD as well. I'm already up about 19.5 right now.
I'm at 6,000.
Okay. It's still climbing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it wasn't, we were going to have to do a level change.
I think I'm almost about to go up into the clouds. My clouds might be higher than yours, I'm not sure.
Yeah, they are. I was in clouds pretty early, but I'm running real weather. Yeah, unfortunately, Active Sky right now only works on the PC version. But that's my #1 add-on for any flight sim is a good weather engine. And Active Sky is one of the best. They do make another weather engine that I have, or had. Still have it, but I don't use it, called EGLL. I'm not sure if it works on the Mac or not, though.
Alright, it just got to 8,000 feet. Seems like it's going pretty slow.
Yeah, it does. That's weird. What's your speed?
My speed is 250, halfway between maybe 255.
Are your flaps up and your gears up, right? It should be yelling if they're not. Okay. I'm at 271. But I'm up at 24,000 feet, so it may just take a little bit to get up there. So do you have VNAV and LNAV clicked?
Yep.
Okay. If you want to get up to altitude quicker,
yeah,
you could hit vertical speed, see the V/S.
Yeah.
And then see the little dial underneath vertical speed.
Yeah.
Change that to like 1500 or something, or 2000. And it'll climb faster. And it'll use that climb all the way up to your 32,000 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could do away with that like 30 minutes of video that where I messed up on the sell out thing and caused us grief on calculating our vertical speeds.
Yeah.
Wasted a lot of time there.
Alright, I'm just about at 11,000 feet.
So it's 12:36 right now. You said you need to be done by my 1:45. It's gonna be close.
Do you think we'll make it?
I'm hoping. I don't really remember how long this flight is. I think we will. I think it's only a little over an hour flight.
I typed in the flight on what's that program called? Or the website, SimBrief, is it?
Yeah.
It said that the flight time should be around 1 hour, 3 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Let's see, I'm pulling it up right now. Although,
I guess that depends on like weather and stuff like that, but
yeah, plus the plan's a little bit different, the one that we're flying.
yeah.
Depending on what you have keyed in. So, trip, yeah, 1 hour, 5 minutes. So figure an hour, 15. We've already been flying for about 15, so about an hour from now we should be done. Alright, so to get ahead of the game, let's do a gumps check. Yeehaw! Hey Jared, if you're watching, yeehaw! It's getting a little bumpy up here. Just kidding. We're not doing a gumps check. Well, I can look. I've got plenty of fuel. There's my gas. I don't have to select what tank I want.
1,000 to go.
My undercarriage is up because I don't. If I were to put it down right now, it would damage the gear. Fuel mixture. The airplane handles that. I don't even touch that on this one. My flaps are up, and seat belts are harnessed, and my fuel pumps are on. So that's a gumps check out of the way, but seriously, to get ahead of the game, let's talk about landing.
Okay.
What you're going to need to do when we land. So,
do you mind if I get a pen and a notebook real quick?
Sure.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright. First thing we need to do is we forgot to reset our auto brake to off. Put that back to off.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one of the things we're going to do though, is we're going to set our auto brake to like 3.
Okay.
So, don't do that now.
Yeah.
Keep it off, but eventually we're going to set that to 3 when we get close to landing, as we're coming down about 10,000 feet. So we'll set that to 3.
Okay.
Your active nav frequencies are already set. That's one of the things that you would do. And once we hit the top of descent, you have to change your altitude to clear the flight director. Otherwise, so the flight is at 320, right? Flight level 320?
Yeah.
Well, when you hit top of descent, if you haven't cleared it, it's not going to start to descend. So you need to set that down to about 10,000. So you'll have to lower your altitude. And the plane will start to come down. Okay?
Yep.
One of the things I like to do, especially since we rushed this flight plan, if it was super accurate, meaning we check the weather, our weather matches, everything's perfect. The airplane understands the weather, it understands the wind speeds, things like that, then and the FMC is programmed accurately, then the plane should theoretically descend quick enough and correctly enough on the, to get us onto the glide slope, right? But because we kind of rushed it and we're using different weather and all kinds of stuff, we're gonna kind of bring this plane down ourselves. We're gonna still use the flight director, but we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna use that vertical speed. Like you used it going up, you're gonna set the altitude to where you want to get to. So you'll set your altitude where you want to get to. Then you'll hit the vertical speed, and then you'll do like negative 1,000, say. So that's 1,000 feet per minute that you'll be coming down. You want to give yourself plenty of time, though, because if it's set to 1,000 to drop 30,000 feet, that's 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you can go down faster. I mean, it depends on how pissed off you want your passengers. You could drop really fast if you want, but you don't want to overspeed either. And you can use your speed brake to slow down if you're going too fast. Use your speed brake. Pull that up. But as we get in close, so as we're descending, we're bringing the airplane down. And let me look at our flight plan over here on the first officer's panel. I'm going to zoom out. So when we get to Logan, if I recall, we fly like way past Heathrow, like over to the ocean and then come back. So when we're at Logan, we want to be back. We want to be down about 10,000 feet. So before we get to Logan, and we've got 263 nautical miles to Logan, but once we get to Logan, we want to be at about 10,000. But once we're at 10,000, once we start getting closer, like say somewhere around, let me pull up the plan here.
I'm losing speed. I'm at 105.
You're at what?
195 knots.
What altitude are you at?
17,000.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your vertical speed set to?
I just changed it to 1,400.
Do you have full throttle?
Yep.
Your throttle's all the way forward.
Yeah.
Is VNAV set?
It is now. I had to turn it off to adjust the vertical speed.
Yeah, you did. What does the speed say on your FMC? Mine says 273. So next to Logan, it should say 273/FL whatever. Mine says 251. So it actually we're up kind of high.
Mine says 280.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come down to 25,000 feet anyway, because that's what this says. I don't want to be up too high. What's your speed? What's your speed now?
It's going up. Right now it's at 211.
Okay. That's odd. Well, set your altitude to 25,000 feet.
Okay.
Don't go up to 32,000. That may be a little too high. So I just
Okay.
did a vertical speed change to 25,000 for me. I am now, if I look at the map,
Yeah.
I am now crossing into I just crossed the pond and I'm over the UK right now.
I'm not too far from Cork.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's because you're going so slow.
So, this might be a really light.
It might be what?
A really long flight.
Yeah, if you can't get your speed up, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm starting to go faster. I'm at 242 now.
Okay.
Still rising.
Alright, so you'll catch back up. I mean, you won't catch up to me, but you'll get back on track, should I say.
Yeah. I'm at 19,000 feet.
Alright. You're getting close to your 25,000. That's good. Yeah, I've got this nice, beautiful UK scenery from Orbex. I love flying over here in X-Plane.
I just have the default scenery.
Yeah. Scenery can get very expensive, so... This is not a cheap hobby by any means.
No.
Simulators or regular flying, like... I don't know what your... Did you have a lesson, or was that your... or was that your discovery flight?
I guess it was kind of like a discovery flight. We just paid for a 1 hour, I guess, lesson. They called it a lesson. It wasn't... I didn't really learn that much, but...
Oh. Well, did they give you a pilot's book and put in your hour? A logbook? Did they give you a logbook?
They didn't give me a logbook, no.
Alright, so that was probably just a discovery flight, which, if you go to them, once you do start their flight school and stuff, they should give you credit for that.
Okay.
So you should get that hour. If it was a full hour flight, I don't know. How expensive was that discovery flight?
That was €200.
Wow.
I'm not sure what that would be in dollars.
Yeah, like $230. It's gonna be expensive for you to learn how to fly over there.
Yeah.
Have you guys considered you doing your training in the U.S. and your parents staying there?
I don't think we really talked too much about that.
No. Well, I can tell you right now, it's going to be very expensive over there. I can tell, just because my discovery flight was $80, which is about which is about 70 euros.
How long was your flight?
I spent about an hour with them.
Yeah, I was in the air for... My dad said I was in the air for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's about what I was.
Took 10 minutes and stuff for the pre-flight stuff, but... I'm stuck at 19,160 feet.
Is LNAV, is your LNAV and VNAV still on?
Yeah.
How much fuel do you have in your plane?
Let me see. Would that be under ZW? Or,
Yeah, what does
oh,
ZFW say?
50.5 kilograms.
What fuel? What does it say under fuel?
10.7.
Okay. What does this? Okay. What's your CG say?
22%, 24%, and
Okay.
0.0 centimeters.
Okay. I don't know why your plane is going so slow. You got your flaps fully retracted, right?
Yeah.
Your gear is up, right?
Yep.
1,000 to go.
Let me go outside and check.
Well, you can go to an external view, right?
Yeah.
Go to view, change external, do circle.
Yep, they're up. I'm still not too far from Cork. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be a long time before the UK.
Because I was descending to 25,000 feet, my speed's 326 right now.
Maybe I should descend a bit.
No, you're too low already, right? You're 19,000.
Yeah. I'm at 271.5 knots, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. 271.
Yeah.
But you're not. That's what the FMC says. So you're not climbing anymore, though.
No, I'm gonna turn my vertical speed back on and try to get a little higher. When I turned my vertical speed on, it said I was negative. I was going down. Alright, I'm starting to go up.
So I'm at 25,000 feet. I am 180 nautical miles from Logan.
I'm gonna have to change my heading soon. I don't think I was even at Norla yet. Unless that's what I'm on right now.
Are you following the magenta line? Is
Yeah.
it? Okay. You should already be past Norla. What does it say on your director? Does it say Norla or does it say Logan?
It says Norla.
How many miles?
Let's see. Uh, 9.5 nautical miles.
To Norla?
I'm guessing it means to Norla.
Norla? Norla?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you're way back.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. You'll be able to watch my video though and just
Yeah.
fast forward through the FMC mess ups, but get to see the beautiful scenery underneath me.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm going so slow.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I'm gonna keep this baby moving along. She's going fast. I'm right up near the top speed of what she can do. But the faster I get there, the faster I can do the landing and post this to YouTube so you can review it. And
Yeah, Is it alright if I turn auto throttle off a bit?
yeah, you can turn it off.
Okay, because it's moving down and I'm trying to... Okay. It's full throttle now. Starting to go a bit faster.
Alright. I'm wondering which Zibo you have and which one I have. You downloaded it recently, right? And you got the latest one?
I don't know, you'd have to ask my dad. He did it. He did it the night we went to the seminar. So it downloaded while
you are flying the Zibo, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, you'd have to be because the other one doesn't have the flight bag, electronic flight bag. So you're in the Zibo for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way to tell which version this is.
Would my payload weight have anything to do with the speed of the airplane?
Yeah. What's your payload weight?
17.1 kgs. Should I change that or?
Hang on. Where'd you find that? Under which menu? Or is it on the flight bag?
It's on the flight bag. Under.
Oh, you have 17?
Yeah.
I've got 5.6.
I'm gonna change that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this.
That will definitely make a big difference. You may have been almost close to max weight.
Okay, I'm starting to go faster now. I'm at 316, 317. Still going up.
Alright, I'm gonna post what mine looks like. Hey, good catch on that one though.
Yeah, it was... I just thought about that right now. I thought, I wonder if that has anything to do with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 329 knots right now. 330.
Okay, yeah, you're cruising now. That was the whole problem. You can
Okay.
pause. You can pause when you have to
Yeah.
leave. You can pause it and finish it, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk through. As long as you can stay on the call, I'm gonna walk through landing mine, and then I'm gonna upload the video to YouTube as well. And hopefully, based on what you hear me do, and then maybe if the video is available later,
I have a
whenever.
warning here.
Uh-oh, what's a warning? Overspeed.
Uh,
Slow down. You're going too fast.
all right. I'm.
So pull the throttles back a little.
Yeah.
You're going way too fast, I bet.
All right. Yeah. There are these red squares. All right. The warning stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, those red squares, you do not want to go in there. That's never exceed. You never want to exceed that speed. Your airplane will rip apart. You just killed everyone on the plane.
Okay. I'm slowing down.
Well, we've already died a few times on this trip, right?
Yeah.
That's part of learning. That's what simulators are for.
Yeah.
You want to make your mistakes in the simulator, not in real life.
I'm gonna turn auto throttle back on now.
All right, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let it handle your throttle right now, so it doesn't get you into an
Okay.
overspeed.
I'm at 23,000 feet.
All right, cool. So obviously, we picked the big bird to do some flying with today for you. What I'd like to do, though, honestly, is do some general aircraft flying with you next time.
Okay.
Like,
That sounds a
we're-
lot easier.
We're showing you how to do the 737. That way you can make different trips, and you can use SimBrief to help you flight
Yeah.
plan. And SkyVector, write that down, skyvector.com. That's a very
Okay.
good website for airport information. You can pull up runway, taxi diagrams, all kinds of stuff from there. You can
And
flight,
that was.
you can flight plan
Sky-
on it. It's skyvector.com.
Okay. All right. Skyvector.com.
Yeah, that and SimBrief, they're all free, so
Okay.
use those. They're really good tools that are free for you for doing this type of flight. Obviously,
Yeah,
you can pull up SkyVector to do little
Yeah.
flights on a 172 as well, but you know you don't gain a lot of other than finding some airports to fly to.
Yeah.
Once you set up little nav map, that's going to be your friend, because once you set that up, it'll read in all your scenery, and you'll be able to
Yeah.
visually pull up and find airports that you want to fly from and to. It's
Okay.
actually kind of nice.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this flight. I'm just now seeing the edge of my map.
Yeah, you probably won't. Let's see, what time is it there? It's 7 p.m.
Yeah, 7:05 right now.
Okay. You may have to repeat this flight tomorrow, but at least
Yeah.
we learned a lot today.
Yeah.
But can you stay on the call
Yeah, I'll
For
stay
m-
on the call.
for me to land?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and then you'll be able to review the video. And then I would
Okay.
like your homework, should
Yeah.
you accept, would it be redo this flight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Watch my video, use it as a reference, and
Yeah.
redo it. And you should be able to land your plane safely. One of the things
Okay.
I want to do is, though, I need to pull up and find out what thrust. Reverse thrust. Shift plus. Okay, so when you land, you have to put on your reverse thrusters. And mine is shift and the slash.
Okay.
I don't have this plane and everything set up on my controllers right now. I've been bouncing around between controllers. I'm using, right now I've got my fighter pilot controllers plugged in, which I normally don't fly with either GA or commercial. I typically fly with my yoke. The picture I sent your mom,
Yeah.
I typically fly with that setup.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for both GA and commercial. The stuff I'm using right now is because I had it plugged in and I was doing some F-14 flying yesterday.
Yeah.
Learning how to fly the Tomcat. So I successfully took off and landed both on land and on the carrier. That was pretty cool. Doing carrier takeoffs with the catapult. That is neat.
That sounds pretty difficult.
Yeah, it was fun. But because I was lazy, I just left these hooked up and I'm using these to fly. So I'm flying like it's an Airbus because the Airbus uses a stick, not a yoke. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
So I've got a stick hooked up. In fact, that honestly is probably one of the best planes in this simulator for payware. It's kind of expensive though. It's the Airbus A320 by Flight Factor. It's a really good plane. I really enjoy flying that plane in the sim. If you ever want to learn how to fly the Airbus, that's the one to get.
Okay.
So you could ask for it for your birthday or Christmas or something.
Yeah. I'm at Logan right now.
Oh, alright, you're going to Logan. There's no way you're at Logan. If you're at Logan, you just flew by me like in a space shuttle.
Okay. I'm going to Logan.
I'm 88 miles from Logan.
I'm 291 nautical miles from Logan.
Okay. Yeah, you're 200 miles behind me. Wow. Yeah, you were weighted down like you were carrying some massive cargo.
Yeah, I might actually try to do this again tomorrow. We'll see if I have time.
What's your fuel say right now? Because you were so weighted down.
My fuel is 10.3.
Okay. Well, you got enough fuel.
Oh, I'm at 25,000 feet.
Cool. So you've leveled off.
Yeah. Where are you right now?
I'm about 80 miles from Logan. So I don't see on here. So I use both the captain's and the first officer's displays, and I usually set them up a little bit differently, but I don't see on here the top of descent. It may be this little star that I'm pointing to right now. However, I don't want to wait to start to descend at that point. I want to be around 10,000 around Logan,
Yeah.
which may sound crazy, but I don't want to. We're not flying by the book and proper altitudes or anything, because that would be more than likely violating some airspace rules. But for this flight, I'm focusing on getting this plane down with an auto land and showing you how to do that. So I don't want to be stressing out about altitude. Like, I did my flights to Boston and I trusted the FMC.
Yeah.
And this was on the PMDG, this was in P3D, but it did not bring me down quick enough, and I ended up landing with a 220 knot speed because I just wanted to land, and I tried so hard to stop that plane before I ended up in the ocean, but we slid off the runway and ended in the ocean. I was able to land it amazingly, and I didn't crash until the end, right?
Yeah.
But I did get it on the runway, but it was just way too fast, and I don't want to have to worry about that. So sometimes if I don't want to have to worry about my speed, I go ahead and descend a little bit early.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're coming down, your speed picks way up.
Yeah. That's one of my problems. I always seem to come in a little too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably, I mean, depending on the runway length,
Yeah.
you might have been able to land it at 170. But that's on the high side, right? Just like, you know, 220 was way too fast for Logan, and that's a 10,000 foot runway. I don't know what you were landing at. If you were landing in Heathrow, it's probably around 10,000. I forget. But did you run off the runway? What happened, or did you just crash?
Well, yesterday I tried to make 2 landings, and I came down nose first and crashed. And then I tried to do a landing at Heathrow to kind of get ready for today, but I landed next to the runway in the grass.
Okay. So you were hand flying it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made 1 good landing in Dublin. I don't remember when that was, and I don't know how I did it, but I landed. It didn't bounce or anything. It was really nice and smooth.
Alright, I just turned off my throttle and I am slowing this puppy down. So I'm talking to you on stream. I'm actually going to add some speed brake, which I will show you on the external plane. Whoops. Well, let's go external view. Alright, yeah, I've got my speed brake on, as you can see. I'm descending to 10,000. I've turned my auto throttle off. I'm trying to slow it down. I'm 49 miles from Logan. And I'm descending at about 1,600 feet per minute.
Should I be able to see right now?
Well, you can't see me because I'm not
Okay.
online.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm just recording this, and I'm gonna post it to
Okay.
YouTube for you. So as I'm talking to you now and in the future you tomorrow when you go review all this.
All right. I can just now see the border of the UK.
Wow, I'm on the other border. Yeah, I'm all the way across the UK.
On the map, it looks.
Yeah, I'll
On the
show
map,
you.
it looks like maybe 10 or 15, maybe 25 miles from. What's the nearest airport here? Whatever the nearest airport is.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot of them. Here's where I am. Here's where Heathrow is. So I'm going to be flying past this, out into the ocean, and be coming down, and then back up, and then over, and then landing. So it's going to be this kind of weird, nice roundabout way to get to Heathrow. Normally you wouldn't fly that, but we wanted to do a perfect easy flight that would set us up for an auto land without having to do any manual vectoring or anything. So move this map out of the way. And I am down to about flight level 200. 190, we're going down. I mean, keep flying your plane until you have to go. Break through these clouds so I can see this beautiful scenery. That's the only bad thing about flying with the clouds and the weather on. You can't see the beautiful scenery below that's eating up my frame rate. So it's eating it up for no reason because I can't see it. So that flight training, did you guys find out how, if you were to actually do the full program, like the whole flight school, the whole 16 or 20 month, I don't know, how many months is it?
It depends. They have two different courses. Have the integrated course, which is 16 months, and then the modular course, which depends on how many days a week.
Okay. Well, say you did the full one, the 16-month one. That's 2 airlines, right? 16 months to the airlines?
Yeah.
Okay. How expensive was that? Do you remember?
80,000 euro.
80,000?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
And that covers all your flight time, your landing fees, everything, right?
Yeah.
Huh. That's not bad. It's about 80 grand here too. So it's about, I don't know, $10,000, $15,000 cheaper probably, because it's 80 US thousand if you go to
Yeah.
ATP here. But you could live at home there and do it, right? You could go from home. How far is that flight school from you?
Not far at all. Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay. Wonder if you could. You ought to look into student loans and stuff like that. That would be one way to finance it. Or hopefully your grandfather leaves you something that will help pay for your education, you know?
Yeah.
I think I was talking to Jennifer, and I think that that's going to happen. So if that does, then you could use that for your flight training. That's the best way. If you can do it that way, go to school and just full time it. That's what you do. You fly, you live, you breathe, you drink, you do nothing, you eat. Airline stuff, right? Airplanes. Yeah. Learning how to fly, getting ready for the airlines. Once you're on that program and through that program, I'm not sure what the regulations are there. Some places require a 4-year degree to get into the airlines. Some don't. You need to look into that. Hopefully you could get in with just your flight school. Did you guys find out any information about that?
I don't really remember everything they said at the seminar. It would probably be a good thing to look that up. But
yeah.
I think, at least with the two airlines they mentioned, with Ryanair and Stobart, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you need a degree of any kind. I think you can just go there straight out of flight school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, typically a college degree is going to be about 80,000, or flight school is 80,000. So, me personally, if I was your age, like my kids, I wish they were into this like you. It would be so much fun to train them and get them ready for the airlines, but that's not going to happen. But to me, that's money well spent, because you can make a really good career in the airlines, and I don't see the pilot shortage ending anytime soon. So
yeah, I was wondering what exactly, I mean, do they know exactly what caused the pilot shortage, or?
Well, there are several things that are causing it. The first, obviously, is the growth in the airline industry. It's growing so fast right now, right?
Yeah.
There's need for more planes, more routes, more pilots. So right now you have an increase. And the other issue is, I'm going to clear myself down to 7,500 feet. I'm making my turn on Logan now.
Yeah.
I'm headed to Kapu. But the other problem is a lot of these pilots are retiring. They're hitting retirement age. So the number of pilots is going down as well. Like I've got two friends and a family member who all fly for the airlines. The family member, she's nowhere near retirement yet, but my two friends are. They're both 63. They have to retire at 65. You have to retire at 65 from the airlines. So all these people are retiring, and fewer and fewer people are coming in and putting that investment into their flight training because it's so expensive, right?
Yeah.
So that's the other problem, is all this training is very expensive. You ought to look into Ryanair and maybe even look into a couple of these airlines and apply to them and see what they could do, because some of these airlines are actually offering the right people some scholarship money. They're offering some people some reimbursement. So like when you get done and you get hired in, you'll get a sign-on bonus to cover some of your training expenses. So you ought to look into that.
Like I think Ryanair,
20-30 grand, right? When you hire on, would cover a chunk of it, a third of your flight training cost, which would be nice if it's that much money. Some of them are offering.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if they're paying for like all the schooling, but Ryanair joined up with the flight school I'm looking at, maybe attending.
Yep.
They'll pay for your schooling.
1,000 to go.
If you promise to work for them. I don't know. I think you have to go to their flight school though. And that's in Germany, I think. I'm not sure. But I guess Ryanair really needs pilots.
You have to go. I thought you said they teamed up with your school though.
Oh, maybe they did not.
So
I don't know.
what probably happens is if they teamed up with them, they'll hire you from your school. But once you get hired, you're going to have to learn how to fly their aircraft. You won't be flying anything near what Ryanair flies. More than likely, it'll be a regional plane, not something like a 737. But I don't know what Ryanair owns. I know they own 737s.
Yeah.
But you won't be flying that one right away, I don't think.
No.
At least here in the U.S. you wouldn't.
Alright, I've just reached the UK.
Nice. I'm just about to re-reach the UK. I flew pretty far out over the ocean. That was kind of a long... I could have probably done a better job of picking a better flight plan, but this is gonna work out. It's a nice scenic flight in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring myself down to about 5,000 just because I want to get below these clouds if I can.
Yeah. So do you think we could have done a shorter route, or?
Oh yeah, we could have. The route that I'm doing, we could have done a little bit shorter. However, this route works, and I didn't have a lot of time to flight plan. So I didn't have time to try and flight plan something else.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure that a couple of the routes that I looked at wouldn't have worked, because we would have had to done some manual vectoring and all of that. And I want your flight director to pretty much do most of everything for you. Like I said, any around the airport, any type of sharp turns, it's just not going to be able to do.
Yeah.
So you really have to pay attention at your destination when you set it up and you pull it into your FMC. When you go to the plan page and you actually cycle through them, if you see a lot of crazy stuff happening around the airport, it ain't gonna work. Your plane's gonna go off and fly somewhere else. It's just gonna put itself on a heading and fly away, because it's not gonna be able to follow that flight plan.
Yeah.
And I am 8 miles from Thanet, so I'm coming back into the UK towards Heathrow.
Okay, I am 245 from Logan.
These clouds are crazy. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to turn the speed brake off now. Don't need it, because I'm slowed way down. A little bit of throttle. I'm gonna bring my altitude. I need to go down a little bit further, faster. I'll go ahead and bring it down to about 4,000, see if that helps. I could kill the weather, but I like seeing the clouds. I just don't want them in my face.
Yeah, I have clouds, but right now I have a really there's a massive piece of the UK that I can see straight in front of me. There aren't that many clouds right now, so
Okay,
I
that's
can
good.
see quite a bit.
So here's where I am for your future you, and you'll see about my altitude, which is kind of low for where I'm at. Altitude's 5,100. I'm going down to 4,000. I'm just trying to break through these clouds, and it looks like it's working. Getting down to the low cloud layer. Look at how beautiful this scenery looks, future you. It looks really good. Nothing like this Orbeck scenery. I mean, it looks so real. So let's go see where I'm at. I am now at 4,000 feet. I'm going to pull up something that you won't have at home, but I do. Where is it? Huh. Here we go. Pulling up the airport real quick. We're doing runway 27 right, ILS, Cat 3. And again, it's 110.3. 270 is our course. Glide slope 1410. So we want to get down to about 2,500 before we get there. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. We have to put the auto throttle back on. I'm setting my speed to 200. And we are now getting to DET. And then we're going to go to D-cell. At D-cell, let's see, let's look at the speeds. Got to get down to about 149 on final. Now, standard popped up because we're below the altitude, obviously way below.
1,000 to go.
A weather report here would be good, since the altitude disagrees. It says 3034, so we need to change to 3034. Okay. Alright. So now I am getting close. Pull the map up here to show you. Whoops. I am getting close. We'll be coming up this way, banking, and then turning in this way. I'm still in some clouds. So, I'm going to go ahead and set up for the landing now. I'm going to set my auto brake to 3. I've got my nav set. And once we get close to final, once we get to, let's see, once I get past big, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my approach.
I'm now 221 miles.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go here in about 4 minutes. Should
Oh,
I
really?
leave this on or?
No, you can turn it off. I'm now getting to the good part of. Unfortunately, we ran a little long. I'm getting to the part of where I'm going to start adding in flaps and slowing the plane down, but you'll see it on the video, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Where are you guys going?
Huh? Oh, we're not going anywhere. It's Mother's Day over here.
It's Mother's Day?
Yep. The Irish Mother's Day.
Oh, okay. So tell my
So-
sister she needs to wait another 5 minutes for Mother's Day. We are like so close to landing. But I don't know if it'll matter because you can't see what I'm doing. You'll
I
be able
mean,
to
I can probably stay on till you. How long do you think till you land?
I'd say 5-10 minutes max.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's alright if you have to go. Let me, probably like slowed this plane down a little early and stuff, but like I said, I wanted you to make this landing, and then you can slow it down a little bit later. It's always better to slow it down earlier than later, just because if you do it too late, you're gonna have to do a go around,
Yeah.
or you're gonna crash. So you can look here. I am 4.2 miles from Big. Then it's another 12 miles to C-127. So that's when I actually line up. So I'm really about 15 nautical miles from where I'm going to start my full descent. I need to be 2,500 feet. I need to get my speed down to 150 or below once I get there. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
See if I can see London. It's kind of hazy, but it looks beautiful over there. Yeah, London in the background.
Do you see like any of the landmarks or anything?
Oh yeah. It's hazy though.
Yeah.
So, but you'll be able to see like some of the cool landmarks of London.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to be flying in closer to London now, so maybe it'll look better. I don't see the big Ferris wheel. I think you're gonna like the scenery when you see it. I'm running at 4K too, so that's why my frames are a little choppy. It's not completely smooth. I mean, it's good for what it is, because I love the resolution. see what it looks like from inside the flight deck. You can see what it would look like from being a first officer over here. This will be your seat one day, right here. You'll be able to see this. It's kind of a cool view. It's beautiful. Alright, let's get back on. I gotta get down to 2,500 feet.
Alright, I think I better say goodbye now.
Alright, well, you'll see the video.
Okay.
I gotta descend quickly because I was spending too much time enjoying the scenery.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I get this bird on the plane, on the ground. Alright, well, we'll see you later. I'm actually coming in for final now, so I gotta start talking to the future you.
Okay.
Alright, talk to you later.
Bye.
Enjoy the video.
Thousand to go.
Arm my speed brake. Start adding flaps. Look at that view.
$2,500.
Alright. We need to turn on approach. We need to slow this plane way down. It's having a hard time with this turn for some reason. I think I was going too fast. See if I can get back on course. Add more flaps. Keep lift. What's going on here? We have to manually turn this. See if it'll get back to big. Here, let's turn it on a heading. See if we can get this thing to get back on. Oh no. Oh, we are going way too slow. We're just making circles. That'll work. Should be a direct in if we can make this turn. Almost direct. Decel. Once we get to decel, I'm going to throw on LNAV again. I'm not sure why this worked out the way that it did. I think I was going too fast because I was enjoying the scenery before I got there. I'll bring this down just a little. Flaps 10, we've got 1, 2, 3 more flap positions to go. Getting close. About 5 miles. Airport should be out here somewhere. This definitely was not the best flight plan. It worked out perfectly for me the last time I did it. I'm not sure why it didn't work out as well this time. It was a nice smooth flight first time. We are about 3 miles from the final heading to land. Worst case, we will manually land this plane, but I would like to do an auto land. Look, is that the capital? Alright, we are 2.5 miles out from turning final. And once we turn final, yeah, I see the runway. Let's go ahead and turn on LNAV and VNAV. And it looks like it's getting us back on course. Turn on approach. It's going to be looking for the glide slope for that runway right there. Go ahead and lower the landing gear. We are turning onto final. It is going to auto land. Whoops, leave that on approach. We need to see the glide slope catch. As long as we're 2,500 at that point, it should connect. Let me show you where we are on the map. We've made it. Let's slow this down even more. Well, it's handling those V speeds. Slow it down. Flaps 15. Glide slope did not catch. Why not? We're gonna have to bring it down. Oh, come on. Oh, finally. Glide slope lit up. We caught it. I was a little early thinking we missed it. I did not want to have to go around or manually land this for you since I wanted to show you the auto land feature. So we are on the glide slope. And you can tell by this right here, we're a little low. It's going to bring us down. We're at about our landing speed, 15 degrees flaps. I'm going to go ahead and flaps 25. So if anything could go wrong, it went wrong in this flight, but looks like we're going to land safely. Do a gumps check. Gas is on fullest tank. Undercarriage is down. Mixture set by plane. Fuel pumps are on. And seat belts are fastened. I'm sure there's a much bigger checklist than that, and I'm not going to go through all the checklists. There's even checklists here, right? Landing. There you go. But it's even bigger than this for one of these. So we are on the glide slope for this beautiful London Heathrow Airport by Aerosoft, coupled with this beautiful scenery from Orbex. We're on the glide slope, 143. We're 1200 MSL. If you look there on the PAPI lights, we're right on the glide slope. We've got 2
1,000
white,
feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
2 red. So we are all set. When we land, we need to put on the reverse thrusters and slow this puppy down. And if I recall, I better go find it just to verify. Reverse is shift / on this. See, Joshua, when we come in and we do it and somehow get it to work properly, it makes landing so much easier. You could take over. We could turn the autopilot off now and do a manual landing. You should do that after you've successfully done an auto land. Turn it off once you're on the glide slope and just try and stay on the glide slope. Use the PAPI lights and your flight director and bring it in manually by hand.
500. 400. 300. 200.
We said flaps 30. Should have been 30 a little while ago, but here we go. And I am not inputting anything at all on my side. The airplane is landing itself.
50.
It's
40.
flaring itself.
30.
I am not touching anything.
20. 10. 9.
what's happening with my frame rates. And we are gonna run off the runway. What's going on? Finally, my reverse thrusters.
80 knots.
Welcome to London after a very eventful flight. Got to fly this plane more. We look out. Our reversers are on. Let's turn those off. There we go. Now let's taxi to the gate. I've got this set more for GA flying. The frame rates never drop this bad. But I think it's because I'm flying in a pretty heavy scenery area with the Orbaks and the nice airport here from Aerosoft. The frames. It's just gonna have to do. Got our next round here. And we are here as close as I want to get. But I guess we could. Probably should have cleaned the plane up a bit. Might have helped. He looks closer than he is. We'll go ahead and run him over. How's that? Or try to. There we go. There we go, that'll work. Plane's cleaned up. We made it, and that's the end of the stream. Hope you learned something, Joshua. Obviously, pilots are there to fix errors. There was error in the way we were coming down. The plane just didn't slow down quick enough and didn't stay on track, so I had to manually adjust the heading to get back on before I turned LNAV back on. So if you were able to catch how I did that, that's great. And then it auto landed, although the autopilot came off, and I had to touch down at about 10 feet, which was a little choppy frame rate, and then I put on my reverse thrusters to slow down. That's the end of the stream. Catch you later.